Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the modeling of this particular interior over here. So let's continue it. So now what I'll be doing is like, let's go over here. I'll slightly just shuffle it a bit over here. Let's start modeling this small assets for now. So let's start modeling the assets over here. So let's go over here. Let's go into the spline. Let's take a rectangle. Let's create this asset. Go into this rendering. Enable in viewport. Make it as rectangular. And let's just reduce this length and width over here. So if you have a lot of assets to model, you need to create it one by one over here. So I'll just go over here and let's just first push it on the floor and then drag it up till here. So we can just create this. Now go over here. Let's again take a line. Go to the top view over here and let's create a shape over here. Alright. So let's take again a cylinder. Just create a cylinder. Just drag it over here. Push it up. So let's go into this and slightly reduce its radius if needed. Reduce the height segments if required. And now convert to poly. So before that I'll just give the height segments as 0. Select the polygons and slightly scale this and let's delete it. Go into this, go into the modifier and let's give a shell modifier. Alright. So once you're done with this, now again I'll go over here and I'll create this vase or something. So this vases can be created, or you can see there's a big pots over here. So this pot can be created with the help of a line tool only. So let's use a line tool like this. So let's just press slightly. I'll go into this and in this way. Alright. After that, let's go into this, select this and let's give a bit of fillet and let's give a lathe modifier. So let's assign a lathe modifier over here. Let's go into line, go into the vertices, select this and select this half, and you can just push it out in this way. So you can just create this stuff according to your needs. So we can just adjust it wherever it is required. So I can just go over here, I can just put this one over here, and after that I can again duplicate it. So let's just duplicate it. Let's just scale it from the top if needed, or you can just overall resize this, push it up and drag it over here. So you can just slightly just drag the elements in the right way. So as you can see what we have done. Now while we are creating this over here, we have something over here to show. So let's go over here, let's take a rectangle. So let's just take a rectangle over here. So I'll just slightly just push this out, convert to editable spline, drag it inside, and let's give a bit of fillet. Enable in viewport, make it as radial, push it out. So before we go with this, we need to ensure we'll just put one loop over here. So let's just put a loop over here, slightly just shuffle it up if needed a bit. Alright, so select this, shuffle this over here. So go over here, select the polygons and slightly just extrude it. That's it. So I'll slightly extrude this a bit out over here. So from wherever it is starting up, just scale it this way. So I can just place it over here. So go into this view, drag it over here, push it up. So let's just duplicate it. So we can just duplicate it as many copies as we need it over here. So we have not placed any kind of a camera yet over here, and let's again take a cylinder which is going to support this. I'm sorry, take a cylinder, not a sphere. So let's just take a cylinder over here and let's increase its height. So we can just see the height over here. Drag it over here and again shift and drag it drag it down in this way. So you can just save your file once again. So whatever you are creating, I'll just give one color to it. So definitely again go over here and we'll just create two cylindrical knobs, kind of, not knobs, just to, and if you want you can just slightly shuffle this over here. So you can just slightly drag it till here. So you can just drag it till here. Go again over here and increase the radius. Convert to editable poly. Select the polygons. Slightly give a bit of inset over here. So I can slightly just assign a inset, and let's give a bevel. First let's just extrude it over here and let's just do it like this. Alright. Now what I can do over here is like, so now what we have done is over here. So again go over here. We can first create the elements which are over here. So plants and trees can be created, that's the foliage part that can be easily created. So let's again take a line over here and I'll just off this, so not very high. So you can just create something like this over here. Should not go very high. You can just slightly reduce this. Enabling viewport. So we can create the leaves also. If you want, you can just let's just scale it, shuffle it up, so we can put this. So before we go with this, you can just instead of using this cylinder, I can slightly just reduce the sides of it, so we can just make it look more rough instead of making it very smooth over here. So that things can be done. So again I'll go over here and again I'll just mirror it in this axis and just slightly push it further. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.